Well, happy Sunday, July 9th. Boy, we're really moving along. Just another week, eh? Summer. I can live with it. A lot of times I can live without it. But there is one thing. I think I finally figured it out. A while back, I wrote an article called Labor Days, right? Try to interpret what the hell the U.S. government numbers that they're giving us for unemployment, what it really means. But this week I saw something. Thursday, ADP came out and said, hey, 500,000. That's what we recorded, upside, 500,000. And then on Friday, our non-farm payrolls came out at barely over 200,000. So I scratched my head a little bit and said, gee, why? Thought about it. I said, ADP, in some way, shape, or form, is taking into consideration who's getting paid. You file a form, you put in a W-9 or whatever it may be, you get a paycheck. Our government might not be doing it that way for some reason. You get this 300,000 person discrepancy between the two. So maybe the government's not counting all the immigrants that are actually working, and ADP is counting the immigrants that are working because they want to check. They got to sign up. I don't know. But something here doesn't add up. And maybe someday I'll figure it out. So that was this week. Next week, hey, it's CPI time. Yeah, it's getting a little lighter, but it's still there. 4 or 5% inflation is not good. China, well, they're not coming back too strong. I don't think Yellen gave them any great ideas to fix their economy. And a few other minor reports coming in and out. But again, summer, it's pretty lackluster. What we do have in July is earnings season. That's right. It's time. Here we go. The world's a rosy place. No, it's not. If what the prognosticators are saying, second quarter earnings, it essentially kicks off on the 14th. They're expecting a 6.8% year-over-year drop. When it comes to revenues, even with inflation, mind you, they're looking for a 0.4% drop. It's interesting. Is it finally time? Did we finally get to the point where they might say, hey, it's really a recession? I don't know. Time will tell. Once again, you never know how these numbers are going to come out until they're reported. Got a bunch of notables, though. To kick off, you got JP Morgan Chase, Citibank, Wells Fargo, and United Health. Week after, our favorite, Tesla, and Netflix, IBM, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Schwab, Amex, United Airlines, and Johnson & Johnson. Final week in July, you got the big boys. You got Microsoft, Alphabet, Meta, Amazon, and Apple brings it all home on Thursday, August 3rd. That's a lot of news. That's a lot of people reporting. So earnings last quarter fell 2%. They're expected to drop 6.8%. If that happens, it's the third consecutive quarter where earnings have declined year over year. Tells me you got to start watching the S&P 500 ratio, the PE ratio. If earnings come down, that number essentially goes higher. Be into a more overbought condition. I don't think it's going to happen. I've got a feeling that the things are going to get softer as far as prices with respect to equities and some base commodities. We talked about hedging last week. Did you listen? Did you hedge? If not, trust me, there's still time. Well, that's about it for the actual week in review. We're going to continue later on in the presentation with a second form that it's kind of a hedge. It's using options, spreading options to try to eliminate a little bit of the risk in the movement that you expect. Keep reading, have fun. Thanks for joining in, and we'll see you soon.